Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the month of July for World Records in Trackmania. We have Nations, Nations Forever, all of the ones of the original games, TMO, TMS, United, Star Treks, and TM2 to go through, and I have properly got the way to download TM2s, so that is banger. Without further ado, we will hop into the first record I've got, which is going to be BO9 Acrobatic. Then we'll hop onto the Dune puzzle, and then we'll just run all our way through the tracks. Still in date order at the minute, unless anybody has any better ideas. We'll just do date order. Let's delete all the personalized cameras and hit it. BO9 record taken. A very difficult track just to get anything on, really. But full contact of the ground, absolutely incredibly impressive, incredibly impressive. And the wiggle at the end, I love the wiggle at the end. That whole trick is very cool. Over here we have some puzzle records from last month, which are the ones that I can't take through. If you do have a skin, I'll quickly say, if you have a skin, send it to me. If you have a record that you're particularly proud of, send it to me and I will push it, bump it up. Or a record that you think is incredible, so that I can bump it up and play it first. If you have, yeah, just generally anything like that. If you have any tips or requests or anything like that, let me know, because we're still just getting on board with this. That was super nice. We saw this record last month. That was very nice there. That got a lot faster. Oh no, we didn't see this one last month, I don't think. That's a puzzle map, isn't it? We were doing other types of maps. This map broke. I just realised that this, for some reason, this is broken. Well, it's just all bay broken when I watch it. I hope not all bay is broken, because that glitchiness on the side is rather annoying. I'm going to turn off the mouse overlay. Nice. Ooh, tasty. Realistically, puzzle is just a driving competition at this point. It's been so long. But every once in a while you do get a break. And then TMO. I'm not sure which games these are all from, to be fair. I didn't properly look. Nice. Nothing needed to be done there. Just a clean run. On to, let's do TMNF first, since that's the one most people want to see. We have a load of no-cut records. We have already done at BO9. We'll run our way through the no-cut records to begin with. Spam our way down the list of cameras. And here we go. Nice start on this. I'm very rapidly trying to think where the cut is on this map. I honestly can't think of it. I'm not the greatest player, has to be said. Big old barrier up there, so I assume there's something over that way. Is this the... Oh, this might be the mad cut that FIP did last month. Possibly. I'm not great. We're going to learn it over time. That's the plan. Over time, and eventually I'll know what's going on. Nice little bug slide. Good clean turn. That bit, doing it myself, I died so many times going for gold medal when I first played through the game. On the end there's another map that has the same problem. But nice one from Ekis. CO2 up next. Definitely got to go into camera deleting on these. If anyone's got any tips on how to do the media tracker better, if we're able to have various things turning on names while you're in this view, if that's possible, for when I do the multi-view type things. Any tips like that, always appreciated. We have got higher graphics this time though. Nice, a little bit of higher graphics because I had to made my own skins and had to up the graphics settings. I do remember the cut on this one. It's early, isn't it? And you come through and you don't quite have as much speed coming through on the last bit. Nice there though. C8. I'll be happy if I recognise a map enough to know what the cut is, to be fair. Oh yes, I do know what this one is. You overwall there. Yeah, overwall and drop down, then drive it backwards. That's it, isn't it? And then overwall again. Yeah. Early overwall, then drive it backwards. That's that one is. There we go. Do know some of them. D8. So these maps are all just added to the no cut. That's why they've got records. So pretty cool. Few more no cut maps. I thought I'd add the no cuts after I saw that the track pack got updated. Had a look. They're pretty good. It's nice to have more TM and F records, you know. Again, just looking for the massive boards where the shortcut's been blocked off. Nice turn, nice turn. Keeping it clean. Good control through that. Stops the car rotation very cleanly. I suppose these are different records. I'm going to have to think about how to commentate these, because these are different records than the records I normally do. A lot of the records I normally do are very beatable. Different player now. NFL 003B. On DO8. Huh, same map. What change have we got? A little bit more than a third of a second. A little bit less than a third of a second. A little more than 0.3. Here we go. Should be all the same, because of course these routes. Yeah, I guess all the routes were worked out no cut well before they got cut. But yeah, the normal commentary I do for Xenotic, the routes, not every map is absolutely maxed. Whereas here, every map is maxed, and you almost need the old world record to figure out what happened sometimes. But that's the plan. We'll learn. Hopefully it's not too bad. That was a lot worse than the previous run though. That's the sort of thing where you get it, you know. A lot worse than the previous run through there. On the bounce. But kept it, didn't crash into the wall, so that's fine. All good. Nice run. Nice run. Let's pop up and go TMN. We have Esty with C3. Any other C3s? No. Did I watch this map? That was a beautiful start. Of course it's cut. Overwall and into the finish. Nice, nice, nice. A8. Let's do A8 and then let's do A8 beta. Super simple maps, but incredibly difficult to pull off tricks. as soon as I saw I couldn't remember the map, but as soon as I saw the flip, I was like, I know that map. I do know a lot of these. Surprisingly, for not having played through the entirety of TMN, I've played, I think, up to D. Got all the way through D and didn't complete the rest. But this map is a TAS tie. So Caleb managed to pull off. This is the difference. Quite interesting to see the difference. It's basically just that one has a jump and the other one doesn't. But that is a TAS tie right there. And you do want to do the get your tyres in the air, because that means less grass slowdown. Right, so where were we? We were here with Esty on G3. Oh, this one had a bit of back and forth, but I think it got cut off by month to month. So we might see it in the next month, or it might have just been very spread apart by... Yeah, there was some talk about which route is actually faster, and there's quite some back and forth between these two. Worth watching the videos linked in the description about this map, where there is the comparison video. Worth watching that. Ah, here we go. Let's compare. Let's compare, because it is difficult to compare. Hopefully we get Bikugars. So we are on board with Bikugar, I believe. Oh no, we'll be on board with Esty actually. Target Bikugar, there we go. So the Esty run we watched before, now different overwall early, then come back round here, collect this, drop down this, going faster at the minute, but Esty's already through, but has to take an extra checkpoint, whereas this route comes through there, and Esty's one is ever so slightly faster. Interesting to see whether you could get that cut right at the end. Could you hit less, your back wheels less on the final section? If I move to here, so you jump here, could you hit less on there, get less of a slowdown? Possibly. Versus you could probably get some better overwalls on Esty's run though. So it'd be interesting to see where that one goes. It looks like it could be pushed even further. Instable, G0. A tougher map. I need to get some of these players' skins. Actually, it won't matter because it's the SWC, so I'd have to put country skins on them anyway. Nice. That's such a difficult... What? Oh! Oh, wow. Oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. And we flip to here. Can I... Oh, no, you can't preview from there. And just... So off the side, bounce off the pole, bug checkpoint, and boom into the finish. Impeccable. Impeccable. And finally, C2 from Wave Demon, which has a lovely video paired with it if you go to Wave Demon's channel, where he shows off all of the failed runs and everything. There's a big splat of cars jumping across. And it feels, when you watch that, just watch when he touches the ground and gets grip again. And boom, boom, whoop, it just, there's a push, just feels fast. It's mostly just the camera though. Very nicely done though. We did all TMNF, let's go to TMO. Corbin, Survival 2, both race. There, let it on both. Let's go. Oh, actually, let's give this ghost... Oh, it has the Pepto-Bismol ghost. Let's give one of them the Shadow Cookie one. There we go. I think the faster one has the shadow cookie. No, the slower one has the shadow cookie because it's the one we're on. Oh, it's this. Yeah, you got to reverse. I did watch this one on the YouTube. I have been clicking on the ones on the YouTube to try and prepare somewhat. Just whenever I see them, when I've got time. Just having a quick look over the month. It just helping me to sort of see what might be happening and then commentate better, hopefully. I'm scared. I'm not very good at this game. Beautifully done. Beautifully done on both of those runs. Nice run, Corbin. And on D5 as well. A snow map. Let's give this ghost, just because I want to. Snownian! I have that one. There we go. I just don't have the exact same skin that Corbin was using. Hey, Crayon. Going well so far. Some good records already. Done TMNF, TMN, and this is the last one from TMO. I do like the TMO maps. Ooh, that was tasty and close to that barrier. I don't think it was meant to be that close. I like how these are designed. Okay, nice. Nice, nice. Love a good bit of backwards acceleration. Yeah, TMO snow maps, I think they really... well, it's between two things. One, they seem to know TMO snow quite well, but also I think they didn't add so much for snow into TM United, whereas you can tell the difference between a United campaign map and a Sunrise campaign map. That is completely different. No Sunrise records though. No Sunrise records in either United, because I've separated United Nations, Original Nations. I might do those ones first actually. Nah, it's still original. It's before the remakes. These are all in order, so there will be switches and swaps. 2 cameras? It'll be fine. Oh, I think it might just be the one where you jump into the finish. I'm glad... I'm getting a bugged camera on some bay maps. I'm glad this one hasn't bugged. It might just be the nighttime one. I'll have to look into it if it happens again. I really do like the snow platform. There was a game I played as a kid, like a flash game, that's really similar to... I don't know if it was based off of snow and like the wood, but it was very similar. 2D game where you had to go around that sort of twisty turny maze and that sort of thing. It might have even been based off of Trackmania's types of thing, because it would have been around the right time. Maybe more for would have been TMU. It would have been mostly made for. Thanks for following, much appreciated. I love those touches as well. I was trying to hunt some bay maps, and getting close to the walls is scary. That's got to be so difficult. This is largely just me being impressed by people's runs, because I couldn't do this. Nice run from Kilo. A Snow B5 run up next. Let's see, do I have any... I need to go and like download a massive bundle of skins that means I've got most people's. Oh, clean with the bounce. That's a clever tactic. Looks pretty consistent as well. Bay E. Let's watch both of these at the same time, because that's going to be easier. A nice long map. If I remember enjoying this one when I played through the campaign. Okay, these 2 cameras can go, because that's a bit silly. And then this ghost is the 76 and this one's the 48. Okay, the fast one is going to get green. And the slightly slower one is going to get that. There we go. The faster record's the green car. I have to give this one a go. It looks drivable. I've been enjoying my longer tracks recently, and a minute and a half, that's long enough. It's long enough to sort of just be long enough. Ooh, come back from behind. But I did see the camera will be an interesting one, whether it's a media tracker piece. It means that there's a reroute, but for only half a second. Oh, so much speed coming out of there. Load of extra speed. Very nice, and keeps it through that braking section. Can be very easy to overbrake on that sort of thing. There is definitely a reroute, but no reroute compared to the two cars. I wouldn't expect it. So I don't know what the other two cameras were. Nice run around the edge. Perfectly smooth landing, which is interesting when you see them. Sometimes you see an absolutely smooth landing in a world record and realise that nobody's ever going to hit that if they're just going for like AT pace. That's really cool end. That is exceptionally so here turning right at the end to slow down so that you don't go into the finish, so that you don't overjump the finish. Incredibly clever, incredibly cool. Abyss on Desert D1. Next up. I should have probably got a car off of Abyss. Oh, this map. Oh, you can do that? How consistent is that? I remember absolutely hating the start of this track. Because then you'd just do something silly going into this corner and spin out or something like that. Yeah, the Desert D1 had a battle. I think most of the battle was last month though. Or was it through this? Last month being June. Or was it this month? Let's have a look. I probably do need to change the ordering of the... Yeah, it does. It's got back and forth. Let's go for the whole back and forth that we can see then. So that was the track. Then this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And that's it. Cool. No fancy cameras. And hopefully... Looks like Lily's gonna have skins, but Winter isn't. Or the other way, yeah, the other way around. Winter's got skins. The train of cars there. It was definitely a back and forth battle. I was messaging with Abyss while she was taking it, and it was quite funny. I've put 18 hours into this, and then Rinter comes in about 10 minutes and took it back. But apparently the final run, which I haven't watched yet, has an absolutely mental end. Cheers for dropping by. Much appreciated. I will enjoy the records. Very good this month. Always good. Or is it A? It might be A1 that's got the incredible end. Or like this, at least the super special. Oh no, yeah, that might be why it had an end. It might not be that it was the best end. It might be that it nearly didn't end. But amazing runs from everybody. 2 island records back to back. One from Gouda and one from Crayoon. Crayoon missing their own record. Just left. No more of those. Cool. We shall pop it on then. Cameras deleted. You can have green and JW can have... Oh, he's got United Black. He was playing with the HD United Black, so we'll just give him the United Black. Fast start there from... this is the JW one. Crayoon out in front. Okay. We're going to have to go back and watch that corner. Massive... I can't remember the name for it. Oh, I do know what these ping slides are called. Where you just go... and fly out with incredible speed. Slightly slower through there, but a better bounce from Crayoon. And then there's the finish. Not too many over-jumpable finish island maps. Do camera, and we go to Crayoon here. There we go. I'm getting better at this. Being able to just swap. I forgot to do it on the Abyss one. I should have Abyss versus Rinter on that desert map. Should have done it there. So slowing down here, but then we go ping, 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 and super speed heading off in this direction. It's a shame we don't have a speedometer. Can't get one. Well, not without relaunching the game. Just one ping there. And then brilliant turn. That must have been why. Might have had to release there. Can't quite hear the engine noises well enough. I'm not skilled in that just yet. But very nicely across the line. Very, very good. Such a cool record. We've done those two, and now Snow C2 from Q. In a panda car. Is this the map with... Yes, the super precise side jump. I saw the section coming up. That... Whoo, that was close on the edge wheel. I know these are world records. Like you're going to have to forgive me for being incredibly impressed by things that have probably been done for a very long time, and for things getting close. I will forever go, oh, he nearly died, and be scared, despite knowing that this must have paid off because it's the world record. The run must finish. Abyss Rinter on Desert C4 here, though. Abyss takes it with 6-3, and Rinter takes it back with a 6-1, and a quick... Park, I can't see through there. Hey, Embark. Ruff. And Lagoon Racer on that, and Lily can have the Black Devil. Hey, Rizzy. Nice, clean through there. So Lily must catch up towards the end, because this is much... Oh, that was much tighter from Lily. Keeping both about the same amount of speed. Rinter gets a wobble on that section. Much higher entry there for Lily, and catches up because of it. Just a better final corner, having lost a tiny bit of time in the start. Nicely done, both of them too. Beautiful runs. Snow C2 now. Ah, same map again. It was across the two borders. Smooth up there. Now, ooh, nicer there, I think. Went wider. And then hangs the wheel there, actually. Not even keeping the wheel fully on. Big overhang of the wheel. Nice touching that booster. Little wiggle down. Very, very cleanly done there. Stadium track. A rarity. A rarity. This probably has a ton of media trackers then. No? Huh. Yeah. Let's leave it because it'll probably be silly. Oh, actually, I do have a... Oh, it didn't load. What? I got this skin off of... There we go. I actually got that skin. Super cool skin by Mina. Drift here. Nice Uber bug. Keeps a lot of speed through here. That was where a lot of time was gained. I saw the record when it was actually set, the medal replay of this run. Ah, that's where the final camera is. It's just a bit of a rubbish one into the end. Beautifully done. Snow D3 on the back. How long between these two set? A couple of days. Okay, a couple of days. Oh no, a day. As you say, is it a back-to-back? Let's give Abyss the Snow HD. There we go. My car I made based on an old cycling kit. If you know which one. Nice. Ooh, that's tasty, that is. I don't think I've ever seen this map's record before. There's a lot of maps records I haven't seen. I have to say, for someone doing this sort of track review, there's a lot of maps I've not seen the records on. But this is nice. Terrible camera angle. Definitely a cam 1 or a cam 3. Here you're just hoping. Ping off there, gain your extra speed from being sideways, because for some reason that works. Super clean out to here, get a good landing, and just got to bounce it off and aim to the finish. Very nice. Desert A1 from Rinter. Checking. Icy Baguette. Ah, oh, come on. The nighttime. Something's broken, and nighttime is off. I think I'm gonna, after this one, pause my game and restart. I'm gonna have to change my apologies for this being absolutely terrible, but a very clean run from Rinter there. We'll be back when I've restarted my game though. Alright, let's quickly watch that one again. I've had to drop down to PC2 shaders unfortunately to fix that problem. Which is a shame, because it'll make my cars that are meant to be brilliant white look a little bit grey. But I guess I've just got a dirty shirt. Next up, Snow B3 from Q. The hyper precision on snow, you only see it when you're really watching how close you get to the edge of the barriers. And how close you get to the edge of the road and hanging a tyre off the edge of the road because of how the hitbox works and the tyres being like a little bit bigger than the actual tyres are. Ooh, you've really gotta judge that drop down, don't you? That's one of those ones where I look at it and I go, I'm scared, I think this guy's gonna crash. Oh, nice drop down onto the ledge so that you keep the speed. Less airtime. Good straight lining. That takes some aim. That finish there really takes some aim. You've got to set yourself up pretty well just here to just go straight. See, actually, going like this, it actually thinks I'm reversing. Incredible. This game never ceases to amaze me with how it was designed. Nice one though. Platform B3. Rarely see it. I don't know if I had these downloadable last week. You want red. You're not getting it. I don't know if I had these. I added a few track packs and separated a few track packs. It's been a work in progress, like I say. If you're still watching. Let me know how I should order them. I think by track is probably better. So I might swap around some of the names of the file names so that it orders them by track. That will mean that we're going to get all the deserts, all the rallies, all the, you know, that sort of thing. But probably worth. Nice release. Oh, nice. See, yeah, you're not doing that in a record run. The platform tracks are difficult because they're intended to be played, you know, with no respawns. But you have to no respawn them. So even if it's faster on these to respawn, you don't respawn because that will add 10 seconds, I believe, to your time. Bay A5 from Abyss then. Abyss really cooking on the Bay maps towards the end of this month. And we don't have any bugged graphics. Oh, nice. It's just nice at the end. Up on one wheel. Oh, I think I got sent this. Yeah, I think I got sent some screenshots of that run. Very clean. Very nice at the end. All on the end though. One of those maps where you can definitely screw up at the start and then you've just got to get the end. But you'll probably get to the end very infrequently because the start's quite hard. Turnaround means it's shortcut time. And not just any shortcut, but a full reroute possibly. Unless that is just it. It wouldn't surprise me if that was just it. And there was no checkpoints between the two though. Oh, how do you get grip there? Oh! Oh! Then we're backwards here. And then straight into the finish. Nice. Whoever figures these sort of things out, chapeau. Well done. That's us done for TMUF now though. Let's hop towards the regular TMUF campaign at least. Let's go for TM original maps. Was there some back and forth on this? Platform D3, there we go. Gasanko. Platform D3. These ones are in... I think the slower car is going to be green. Amazing. I completely forgot to change the title of the stream. I wouldn't know, was it? I also forgot to start streaming nearly. That was good. We can watch this one again though, because I nearly had to. Straight through the water, because there's no water physics in this game. It's actually faster to drive on the bottom of the water. Ooh, nearly catches up actually. So, bit of time to save in that final section. Oh, Abyss has platform D3. Damn it. I read it wrong. Well. Let's watch Abyss runs. You're a mad cow. same route. Ooh, nice. It's a bit more speed here. So a good run out of the water. And they're a lot faster of an exit from that section, from that hairpin. And clean all the way to the finish, keeping the speed. Race B4, straight after 10 hours. Maybe it took 10 hours, who knows. Race B4. You don't know what you're going to get when you click on these, which is quite fun. I like the slight glow. Ooh, landing bug. Rough. Might have helped, actually. Might be a helpful landing bug. One of those where you don't have to slow down as much for the next corner. Nice one, though. Race B4. Platform A3 coming up next. There was some good back and forth, and I think Whitey did try to take this one back. So let's take a peek. Big time save. Should have set the skins. Forgot about that. Super tricky setup there. Then I saw Whitey lose a lot of runs to this corner. Which... Oh, so Whitey goes for the cut, but Abyss goes regular then. It does seem like the cut is faster. But Abyss is going to come past in the end, obviously. Okay, when's Abyss coming past? Oh, through that corner. Not a great landing, had to slow down a lot. Abyss risking it. I guess Abyss playing... Pretty much everybody plays these with opponents on. And a much slower end there. Abyss goes straight to the finish. Glorious jump. Yeah, you have to play with opponents on. Because there's no timing settings. I asked a question and I'm getting answers, and I shouldn't have asked that question. Rolling Demo 09 from Whitey. Nice. So these are the ones that run during TMO into like the backgrounds of TMO, which is pretty cool. Like the demos that you should play during Doom. Oh, still do. Still do, because people still play it. They used to play during TMO, but no one plays that. Except for like 4 guys that have managed to get it to run. I saw some random Polish streamer playing it the other day. I was like, how have you managed to get this to run? Because it's quite a lot of work to get actual TMO to run. Very nice. Very nice. These records are going to improve quick because they were only uploaded towards the end of last year, I think. We will get Faye, who picked up their first Nadeo record. It is technically a Nadeo record. Immediately beaten by Rinter. And then immediately beaten by Cream. Do we have loaded cars? The Bubble Cat should load. Rinter's got Bubble Cat as well. We're gonna give Rinter SpongeBob. Oh no, that's wrong. It needs to be SpongeBob, not Snowbob. SpongeBob. Rinter is SpongeBob. You're Dragon. And Krioun is Bubble Cat. Or possibly nothing if that is the wrong one. There we go. We're off. Hey, Coyote. Oh, yes, this is the one, yeah, that we played during A6MC. Oh, nice overtake there at the end. And the crash into the finish. Always good. Always good to crash your finishes. Finally, for the TMU original remakes, Rolling Demo 1. These ones are quite cool because a lot of them are longer tracks as well. Because I guess that makes it better for the rolling demo to be played. Rip your world record. Ruff. Nicely done, there it is. TMU original. Let's hop over to nobody cares about Star Trek apparently. TMN race I3. We have Link versus Narcor on this one. Too bad the truck covers up half the screen. Yeah, I need to look at them and figure out, because I can change the camera. I can do that. Link, I have Link's skin somewhere in here, but Link can have that, and Narcor can have Tron. There we go. Reverse. Who do we think wins, left or right? Head hit. And down. Beautiful jump up. And into the bug fins. Lovely job from both of those. I remember seeing these ones last month as well. I will forever be saying months about these. What have I not done then? Let's do Star Trek 2. Well, let's do Star Trek first. Oh, let's definitely do Star Trek first. Krioun on Star Island B2. Selected challenges are incompatible. Oh, C2. There we go. C2 first. Hope I didn't delete one of those. We are going Cam 1 for this. The faster car can be this blue car. A little bit slower through the start, but carrying more speed round. Nice. So the faster car's behind. Much tighter through there, both getting the same exit speed through here, I guess. And then a little bit faster actually on the faster run. Nicely done, nicely done. It's good seeing these because you sometimes see people, like there are a lot of people who would give up on this run by this point and just go, yeah, nah. But if you've got a trick like this, there's so much time to save. And then just faster to the finish as well, yeah. Travelling faster. Nicely done. Very nicely done. B2. What we got on B2? The fastest run's the one at the bottom. You can be blue. And because we want to see the one that we're watching... Who wins here? I mean, there is a real question of who wins, because I can never remember which way round. I think I did it right, but there is a chance that this is the fastest run, not the slowest, when I was changing the skins around. It's got to be a rough finish, bouncing off it, not being flat at all. Got to be a really tough finish. I need to get around to finishing Star Trek. Nice. And Star Bay. You're all my bay. Wait, does the camera name save for the language that people have got it in? That people have the game in? Is that how this works? There we go. Someone's done it without getting banned. Ah, whoever mapped it. That explains why most of them are in French. So for Star Trek it could be different. For everything else it'll be in French, all the officials. Very interesting. Nice that that's been done, unless it's also cheated. In which case, god damn it, stop cheating. 3 pages of Star Trek stuff then, and most of them are zaps, which I'm only mildly salty about him coming in, and I hope he dumped all these and he didn't set them all on the same day, and that they've been played across a bit of time. Because these records did knock me down a place in the overall in Star Trek 2. And I need to grind Star Trek 2. Oh, he actually did them all in the 3 days. Damn. He knocked me down a place. Oh, I need to watch this one properly because I can't get the AT on here. Realistically, it's not going to tell me anything. It's a pure skill issue. I can't get around this corner fast. And then... yeah, because I can't follow the AT lines either. Well, I can follow the AT lines, but not as fast as the AT. So it is just desert skill that I'm missing. Okay, so you do run wide at the end there, rather than starting wide and tightening after. It's at least good to know. Oh, this track took me so long to get the AT on. I just don't understand quite the balance on this corner specifically. How to get around it so fast. It's just a perfect... The jitter's the way that the car kind of taps, yeah. Good job I figured out what was breaking the replays actually, and the up in the corner terrible bugginess, because it could have been bad. There's a lot of bay night maps in Star Trek 2, I remember. I don't remember this map at all, you know. It's worrying. I have played through this campaign, I promise. Played through everything except for Star Trek 1. And actually, no, TMO, TMU. Nice. Very clean runs. Next up, Alex Bros on Desert D1. Oh, we have a lot of custom cameras. What car have you got? Desert Car Lagoon Racer. Why does everybody have a different version of the original car? For some reason the hentai skin didn't load earlier as well, Lily. despite me knowing that it's the same one. Nice through there. This bit's tricky getting, you can sometimes just get a pure lift off through that jump and not be able to make the corner, I remember. Even on like slower paced gold runs. Oh yeah, I missed the finish so many times on that map for some reason. When I first was playing it, I just couldn't, it's like I can see the finish, I can see the finish, I can see the finish, and I'd just continue going around the corner. Because I'm not very smart. D2. Just playing through the campaign and casually taking 2 records, I guess. Ah, yeah, I remember this track. I liked this one. I liked this one. It's tough, but it flows so smoothly when you get it right. Everything... It's a really tricky thing to do, to make something work at a speed that someone who's getting silver medals and just fighting for gold can get. When I was learning all of the alt cards, because this is basically how I learned alt cards, was playing Star Trek 2. Or with someone who's going for world record. This bit was tricky to get the speed. You had to really nail the speed and do some release tricks to get through there. Not a massive fan of these big long turns. Somehow, despite playing on controller, I run out of mouse space, it feels. Like the same sort of thing as for anyone who's played Surf or Defrag or something. Running out of mouse space on those corners. Even though I know that's impossible. Hello, reached. We're sleep deprived. Definitely do not do that. -8. Someone's crashed a car outside. What are we doing? We are reviewing all of the world records from July that happened in Trackmania. From everything except for the latest game. We'll ignore Trackmania 2020 because there's plenty of people that do that. Mostly at the end of the campaigns and stuff like that. And I don't want to pay 20 quid a year. I am still considering becoming a TM 2020 campaign hunter. I should hop on the weekly shorts this week actually and at least get the 80s on them. Maybe do like top 100 England or something like that. Nice run, nice run. Don't remember that track as well. Gotta play through them more. C2 from Alex Bros. This one. This feels like the warm-up, part of the warm-up map for Word of the Week. When you just go out of the first start zone. You drive around. Nice jump cut. Oh, yes, I remember that jump. Really tricky for me, losing a lot of speed by going sideways and stuff like that. Nicely done. Nicely done. Zaps. We now enter a Zaps era. Star Island C3. Zaps just bombing through all of these. Transition fondue. Whoops. I didn't mean to press that button. And camera 1 and Zaps, you can have a red skin because it looks prettier. Actually, I probably won't do that for everything. This cam 1 looks a lot higher. Can I have this cam 1 when I'm actually playing, please? This cam 1's so much better than the real cam 1. I think the cam 2's actually worse. I think the cam 2's even lower than the cam 2 you see in game. And you just see more of the backside of the car. Especially on a drop down like that, you would have just seen rear bumper. Very clean. Very nice. Keeping grip all the way through. Such a tricky thing to do in Ireland. I think I'm not going to bother changing things on these. Camera fart? Let's leave the camera fart in. Yeah, this is definitely lower than the actual one. Oh, I played this one recently. Why did I play this? Oh, yeah. I played it and then rage quit because I couldn't. I wanted to learn an island track and I rage quit it because of that first jump. And then even if you make it, that corner's really tricky to not slide out on. I know that this is like preaching to the choir for people who know these tracks, and who know the game and all of that sort of stuff. And then you just bomb it up here, which I got the gold medal because I managed to get a better speed coming through into the finish and go up there faster than the gold could. Well, I've just forgotten which track I was on. Nope. C4 then. Let's go. We'll leave the camera in for old time's sake. Yeah, I don't know who's watching and whether people have played these maps. And some people are going to be able to immediately tell what's going on, and some people won't know by just watching a world record replay what's difficult and what slides you out and stuff like that. Whereas some people will have played so much Island that they'll know, but other people might have played tons of the game but never played these tracks and not be able to tell by just looking at the game and new tracks. So you never know. I'll commentate down to my skill level, which is very low. Beautifully done there though. D1 up next. Just running through mostly Island tracks by the looks of things. I think from when I've played a couple of them, the original TMO environments are much more hunted than these ones. Whereas these have more points for some reason. Bay especially, a lot of Bay, and Snow does have a lot of points, but Bay especially comes up quite heavily if you ignore Stadium in the highest points paying maps. Oh, nice flick just to make it enough. Oh, that was the end of the track. I was just saying, where are we going from here? But that was the end. We were just in cam 3 for some reason when we finished. On a D2 then. Zapsing some world records. This is definitely a Zaps TV. To bring a thing across from Xonotic, if you have more than a third, usually about a third of the records, or it just feels like all the records are yours, especially if they're all played back to back to back. Like if you have a good run of days where you pick up a bunch of records, you'll get a TV. And this is definitely Zaps TV. For TMU we had Abyss Rinter TV. Between them they definitely shared it, especially across one track. The big fight. I love upside down finishes. D3, I hope I didn't miss one. This map, the start on this one is an absolute pain in the bum. Just to keep your speed around that first 2 corners and gain the speed off of the booster panel. Oh, it's wide there. I definitely went inside on my own run. Seem to remember trying to work out whether it was wide or not on this track. Pretty sure I ended up going, oh, it's better to like slide and come out slower. So interesting. There is, of course, a lot of time saved for me on all these tracks. I'm just trying to go for 80s at the minute and get my points up across the board. That's the vague plan. Okay, this one's definitely got proper custom cameras. Apologies, they're going to have to get wiped. Oh, nice rotation cancelling. Good balance through here. Ooh, wobble. Intentional. Good enough. These maps, of course, have not been hunted as much as the other tracks. I just like Star Trek 2 a lot. So I decided to put it in. Because I think it's cool. Nice to see that you got a lot of records. Because you only got 2 records last month. So nice to see that you got a lot of records. Not just from Zaps, obviously. It's plenty from Zaps. But even just the number of players. I think there's 4. Which is quite nice to see. Alex and... yeah, who did we get? We got Abyss, Zion, Alex, 5 with minus, more Alex, Zaps. Race Hands took a couple and more Zaps. So yeah, good month at the very least. Bay C4 now, jumping over. Let's watch this twice because we never watch records with the incredible media trackers. But for anybody who wonders why I go through the effort of deleting media trackers, you know, it's like Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart 7, where you get to watch the car from the third person view and no one can work out what was going, and it is genuinely considered not a good enough proof standard. Live recordings massively preferred, but even outside, if you get called for a proof standard, you need to show your replays with a custom action replay code that turns the camera back to just normal view camera. It's quite clever how it does it actually. It plays it versus and changes the camera position. It's good to see people, I mean, there's so much. I always worried about following esports and watching games that I didn't play. And then I realised it's fine, I don't have to play Counter-Strike. I can watch all the esports of Counter-Strike. When was the last time my dad kicked a football? You know, it's that sort of thing. Plenty of people, how many people watch the World Cup who haven't kicked a football in 50 years? Whoop. Almost looks like a custom camera going through there. Nice work there from Zaps. C5 we go to. So yeah, completely valid to watch games, enjoy watching games that you don't play. I watched Trackmania for a couple of years without playing it because I had a terrible disease called can only play the latest title in a franchise and couldn't play Trackmania 2020. And then I decided to get rid of that disease and play the old game, since a lot of people still do. I would say this game is actually bigger in terms of record world record hunters and that. People who can get world records. There's probably more people actively playing this who can get world records than there are people in 2020. Like regular campaign hunters are few and far between. Nice one there from Zaps. That track looked a lot like one that Abyss took earlier in the regular game. I think that one will be fine if we do get an action camera. Don't recognise this track at all, which is worrying. No, there's just so much more to the newer games with competition, and the tracks. With these games, you have to upload your records to the manually. You have to take the replay file and upload it to the TMX service manually. Whereas in the newer game, you just get records. So custom track hunting is more a thing. And people don't play the official campaigns as much because there's so many custom campaigns constantly being released. So a lot of stuff, it's kind of that it just floats through much quicker. I think that's the main thing. It floats through to the next track, to the next track, to the next track, and people hunt. There's flavour of the month this month. Oops, that's the wrong one. And then people move on a lot quicker, whereas with the older games, it's pretty much, especially in Trackmania 2, the only thing to do is hunt the campaign. There's barely any custom tracks. Though people do make custom tracks and people do hunt them. Although from what I see, mostly it's on servers. The TMX records for TM2. I mean, I used TMX as the record download last month, and apparently I got 2 world records that were actually world records. This month I have them correctly, because of the in-game stuff. So, yeah, it's a big difference between the two games, even there, and then between the newest game, massive difference. There's also just the fact that there's only certain people who can take a world record, whereas in these older games, you can take a world record. You know, I think it's just that there's... People will take a world record and be fine with it, whereas in the newer game, people take a world record and they push it that bit further. I'm not quite sure, I just see... I don't know, you see less names. I'm probably entirely wrong, but the vague vibes... Oh, I played this one yesterday while watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Or a couple of days ago while watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Really hardcore corner, and then through this section you've got to not hit any of these lampposts, which is really a lot more difficult than it seems because you can't see them. Oh wait. Was that B1? No, B1. Yeah, we want B1. I wish I could just queue up a list. Oh, nice low jump. Keeps it tight. Good speed. And then just the incredible... How do you manage to hold on to that corner and not slide out? My gold medal run hits the wall. It just crashes the wall and loses speed, but it's still faster. Star Island E1. Oh, we have Polish cameras. Nice left and right, losing the speed just to get the clean down ramp and not over jump it and hit the head. Using the sideways movement and landings. This campaign is so well made. There's some weird tracks, but hey, you'd expect it from this sort of thing. It is an incredibly fun campaign just to play through. If you don't like a track, just don't hunt it. Oh, I was about to jump out because I thought that was the finish. I get baited by fake finishes all the time. I'm disastrous for it. Huge jump. Classic island moves. And back to Bay. We don't know what order these were actually recorded in because they were uploaded all at once, so it just depends which record was chucked onto the server. So they're mostly in alphabetical order because that's how the server will try to upload them, but sometimes it will just pick a bit of a weird order or one will get a bit stuck. Oh yeah, this map's really tricky to see your way through there. Oh, beautiful there. Very clean. Then here, right at the end, can be a difficult jump up to the top here because you don't want to go too wide, you won't make the next corner. Then down here, the bounce, the head hit, and into the finish. Lovely job. Was that D3? Yeah. Yes. D3, D4. I don't know what I'm doing. I have the shortest memory. This map, I remember watching Kripke play, I think. I just started playing the campaign and Kripke was already here, going for 80s, whereas I was just starting and playing for golds. Like I said, I was just learning the environments. I don't think Kripke was taking this reroute though. Cheeky little thing. Makes sense. Makes sense. Star Stadium C1. This one. Now, I've played all of the Star Stadium maps for at least an hour, so we should know this one. Is this the grass one? It is. Okay, so no low jump here because you only barely make it, but you want to brake there. Then you drop down here, and then you have to go into cam 3 to be able to see what on earth you're doing. And you practically play the entire map in cam 3 because you're unable to see through the poles, even in cam 2, as you can see here. Very easy to lose way too much speed coming off the grass and back on, or to get flipped by this corner. And I did lose a thing to a ram bug on the last corner, and I will never forgive Sminge for that. Oh, race hands. Let's get them all there. Race hands immediately retakes. A couple hours after. Yeah, let's hit them all. Let's get race hands. Car can be it can be Adidas, and then race hands. Other car can be that one, and Zaps can be Argentinian for some reason. Let's go. Zaps is the one we've just watched. Zaps is Argentina. So Racehand's going wider in the start for more speed. Interesting. World record is that Adidas car. Interesting to go wider in the start. Seems to come out in the wash here. Racehand's slower through this section. Interesting. But carries more speed. Again, going wider for more speed. But it's interesting to think that Racehands can actually carry that speed. Seems to have made it through the next corner though. And then super tight and very nice to the finish. Going wide and losing no speed as well, Racehands runs. Always good. A little bit coast gameplay. Let's give Zaps my Polka car, which is now grey because I'm back on PC2. Super tricky start this to not just slide out on. Then you get braking into there. This one I have played recently because I've got all the way up to end of C with ATs on coast. Quite happy with how good I am at coast. Oh, more custom cameras. It's so smooth. I really do like coast. It's such a good... It's a driver's car. It really is. Nice. Last jump's actually difficult to aim, surprisingly. Have I just done this one? Yes, I have. Star Island E2. Very little back and forth on these, of course. Just zaps. Probably improve slowly over time. But, yeah, didn't upload them all. Just set records, smashed it, and decided that he was fed up of being outside the top 10 on this. Actually, I think he was just inside the top 10. Fed up of being beaten by me, most likely. I'm only a little bit salty he overtook me. It's fine. I'm just worried that everybody's going to unhoard right at the end and absolutely demolish me out of the top 10. No matter what I do. I've got to put more time into it. Very sweet through there. Lovely. Lovely final corner. Oof, what? Okay, let's just leave them. Ah, it's actually showing the media trackers that are put into the track. That's cool. Rare that you see media trackers in the final section. The replay those. Whoop, through the hole. It is, I happen to know, possible to overjump that one. I think I did something absolutely ridiculous to get the gold. There's like a major mistake somewhere that the gold has to make. But that probably means it's faster at some other point than it otherwise should be. Actually, I think I just absolutely cooked this last jump, if I remember right. Like, gorgeously. Nice. Very nicely done there. E4. Still good points on the later tracks for this. Oh, yeah, I remember this now. Yeah, this one was rough. Just, like, it was 1 in 5 to make that start for some reason for a while. It makes it look easy when someone knows how to do it, but it really isn't that easy to keep speed and grip through that. You can lose so much time in that first corner on the slanty bit. Oh, nice. Nice full outside line, gets a little flick to slow down, then full outside again. And you got a zigzag through there, you can jump them, but it's very slow. Wheels on the ground always better. Doing some barrel rolling, back and forth and back and forth. Again, tricky to not lose time. Also tricky to remember to come down a little bit before you hit the checkpoint, but right at the end and crash into it. But a gorgeous run. I think we're alright with some camera farts. Ooh, nice turn. Oh yes, I remember this now. Crashed that so much into the outside thing. It's a tricky track, but when you get it, it seems to just click for me at least. I was failing so much for so long, and then eventually it just went, whoop, you can do it. such a smooth transition there as well. Mostly talking about the map rather than the gameplay, really. These are the sections you make your time on. These corners here and going smooth through that section. And how close are you willing to get and stuff like that. Boom. All the way to the finish. Such a good end track. A4's up next. A big departure from the absolute length of the epic we've just seen. We will now see a very precise turn, a very difficult to remember to jump up jump. Then keeping it tight through here, no sliding all these corners, a little bit of a release. Snap of oversteer to keep it clean. Slide the final corner and push it into the finish. Absolutely gorgeous. I liked that track. I did enjoy A4. Rolling over to Island D5 now. With a lot, that is a lot of transition fondue. 6 pages of transition fondue, in fact. Feels almost rude to get rid of it, but at the same time, bye-bye. Now I remember this track. I remember the head hit start vaguely. This is very much the new school mixed with old school kind of mapping style. 2 little, whatever they're called. I don't know the name for them. 2 little zips. Super nice drift there. Just getting enough turn and without losing the speed. It's easy to, in this car when you're drifting, to oversteer, understeer, oversteer, understeer and lose a lot of speed. A3. As we come rolling to the end, towards the end of this. How do you keep your grip through there? Just one little oversteer and immediately snap back. Gorgeous. Starco C1, if I remember this track, I quite enjoyed it. A lot of camera customs and a few trails. Yes, tricky start. She can fail to make that and hit your back end. Then realising that I could cut that corner was quite instrumental to me getting the gold medal, because, you know, trying to drive the actual track, difficult. Then slow in through here, get your angles right, and if you make the turn correctly, then it's very easy to keep a lot of speed through. Cheeky drop down, turn before you hit the bumps, and this is the hardest part, just measuring your speed to make sure that you keep slowing down at the right rate to get through this final one. And then you are done after a big, cool jump over a boat. And I believe, yes, we did all of those. That is it for United and Original and Star Trek, of which we had none of, and Nations. We're going to hop into TM2 and come back in a second with some of those records. And we are back in... Oop, that's strange. We are back in TM2 after a very difficult time getting everything to work out. I've had to download every replay in the entire game in my auto saves. We are going first to B14 and you're about to see the chaos that we have to now do to make this work. Watch this. So we open the game. We import a ghost from here, open that ghost, we remove all the cameras, we delete my record, We set that camera as the target, and then we hit play. And here we have Yogo Sun's run on B14. Are we getting inputs? We are getting inputs. That's pretty cool. So we're getting inputs, no lap count if there was lap count, no checkpoint numbers and stuff. But we do get inputs at least. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, convoluted way of doing things. It's just taken a long time to set up. We're on it. Super nice through there. Super duper well done. Next up we have D2. Just there. I have seen this one because I was using this one for testing for a bit. The reason I can't download the the thing through the Leaderboard Mania link, if anyone's wondering, is because I don't. It won't let me download historical ones. Oh, and we don't have the ridiculous horns that Meeb uses, unfortunately, because I can't get the skins downloaded. So we're not going to be hearing all of those. Nice leap on this one. Oh, he goes all the way. Then I was just playing this one for the other day for author time. Coming down through there, it's just incredible keeping the full speed going around through those corners. And then this cut is just, what on earth? And in cam 3 as well, that you end up in. Madness. D10 is next up from Quentin. That one. We'll move me and set camera's target. It's not too bad, it's not too bad. Unfortunately, there's no way to download people's skins quite so easily. Whereas you normally get them when you go play the online stuff. You can go and download it off of online. Oh yeah, this one. Mad run. This is a 3-minute run. Super tight, super technical. Actually, I'm going to exit out of this because I've just realised that this is the one Lufok took. So there's a bit of history here. Lufok. So we're going to have Quentin. If we're going to have this, then Ghost Skin. Lufok's getting a blue one. Quentin is getting 99G. Cool. So, bit of history on this one. Lufok and Meeb had a bet who can take a record in a different game first. Lufok got this one, which caused Meeb to have to play a track that he doesn't like, which we will be seeing at the end of the records list. Oh no, we've already seen it. He played D2. That was it. So the last one was D2. That's the one that Meeb had to get to be allowed to play other stuff again. It was, they have to play one of their most hated tracks or something. But Lufok is trying to get all top 10s in every ranking. So he needs to get top 10 skill points in Canyon. One hell of a grind. He's already got it in a lot of things. Trackmania 2020, he's won a campaign and he's got top 10 in trophies at one point, so whichever way you slice it. Yeah, pretty cool challenge for him, really. The toughest one, of course, is going to be skill points in United. So Quentin at the minute still ahead. But we've got a couple more laps to go. It's a very difficult track to keep your composure on this one, and you can lose a lot of time coming out of this corner. Like you can see here, yeah, there we go. just catching up. Obviously there'll be no major crashes, but it's just such a long straight after that, and it's so easy on those wall rides to lose a lot of speed. So Lufok only needing one more corner like that to make up for it. So close to the wall, both of them. Absolutely gorgeous. Lovely there from Lufok, using all the space on the road. And then, yeah, looking for another slightly better line. Both of them taking pretty much the same line through there. Not sure how many laps we've got left. I was counting there, I lost count. Oh, a little bit more speed from Lufok. So how much is he going to overtake by? I can't actually see the file name. Doesn't extend long enough. On the final corners, it looks like Lufok just going to overtake right in the finish. Oh no, we've got another lap. So Lufok now ahead. It's one of those where you just keep running it because you know you can come back, and even if you don't, if you've not crashed, you're getting practice. So unless you're way too far behind that you don't think you can come back. Overlapping and overlapping, and there we go. Nicely done, Lufok. Congratulations on your world record and cracking Meeb. Up we go now then. That was all of the canyon ones. We now head into Lagoon, which we have B2 first off. We're just doing these in order because it's the easiest way for me to get them. So B2 first. And B2 fuckers. And then delete and go. This is the most inspired Trackmania 2 map. You go up the car park, up the car park lift, and up the car park lift. And just dodge the ticketing barriers as you go up the car park lift. It's a really hard map though. It's annoyingly hard for just how simple it looks. Next up we have D8, which had a battle back and forth between Zon and Fakez. Oh wait, it's Fakes. I do actually know how to pronounce it. I found out. So we will delete that, and then we will import all. Can I import multiple? Oh, no, please let me import multiple. Hold Control to import all ghosts from folder. Okay, that one. And 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 that's it. Nice. We then set that one And then Zon will have... Oh, I should have had the gravel one. Anyway, you can have Thunder. So Zon's record is the one with a coloured car, and Fake's is all the other ones. Nice, clean through there. They're hard. Fake's run, or Zon's run, very nice low. Now getting overtaken by a sea of Fakes. Keeping speed smooth around this corner. Just gently nudging to the sides and to the sides. Seeing those inputs. A lovely flip all the way over. And boom, we are into the finish. Nice job. Nice job from both of those. Fakes taking a lot of records there. Zon taking a few. Next up we have D14. Multiple records from Zon here. Give me a second to import them all. This definitely isn't the best thing I've ever done. And we'll set that one as target, and the world record can have Coral. Let's go. Fastest time to Coral. We're watching the slowest time, I do believe. Good turnaround. Don't hit. You gotta be pretty quick. Oh, you can get a respawn there and it's faster. And then a respawn there. Oh, that's so cheeky. Just so incredibly cheeky. So what you're saying is there's just no point in playing this map. Amazing. Oh, and you respawn there and just drive straight into the finish. Oh, what a terrible, terrible map. But nice ones on for getting it all done. Very, very nice. We go up now and we head into Stadium for Stadium B3. Where we have 2 records from DBC. Oop. .96 and 20.95. Wow, that is going to be close. The faster run is going to have Angola. And the slower run can have Venezuela. Go! This is going to be close between these two. What's the actual difference? 0.964 and 957. So less than a tenth between the two of these runs. It is a full tenth though. Oh, nice flip and good cancel. Very nicely done. Hey, my run's not that far behind. That means. Because some of these are going to not loop because it's going to take until the end of my PB run to loop. Just nice landing, get the flip, boom, and in. Very, very nicely done. Next up we have C3. 1, 2, 3, there we are. Remove all those. Delete me. I don't even know what skin I was using there. Let's see, 3 by Badvex. Nice low jump, touch the edge. I think we had a record on this last month. Well, a TMX record. Differences are quite huge. So, yeah. Very clean. Very nicely done. Well done. What have we got next? After that we have D10. So a longer track here. D10. And we have 2 records from Badvex on this one. Yeah, still have the car installed for myself there. D10 and D10. The faster car can have the Slovak skin, and the slower car can have... Yeah, sure. I didn't know I had those installed. Smooth round the top. This is a 2-second time save between the 2 cars. Oh, and the slower one getting slightly ahead, so there is some time save left on the map. That's always good to see. I'm not going to do the fancy thing where you change camera view based on who's in the lead that Aona does. That's just incredible work. I very much recommend checking out Aona's channel, linked in the description, to see all the world records. Such a mad cut, that as well. Comes out slow though, so I'd expect the catch to be made from behind. No. Interesting. Seemed slow, but the other Ghost must have had a slow one as well. So you're in cam 3 for this as well. Like, you're doing cam 3 until there. So it's quite tricky to aim where you're going. But can I change cameras? No. And an engine off turn here, you can lose a lot of time through an engine off turn. I think I can hear the car in the background gaining pace. I may have messed this up actually thinking about it, and we're watching the faster run. Oh well. Yeah, I've set camera target on the faster run. Oh, here comes the other one. Flying through. What a cut must have got on that lap. I think we're on the last lap, and just not a good cut. The overtake is made. Smooth through. Nice last engine off turn. And through into the finish. Super duper nice run. Incredible. I mean, getting all of those cuts 5 in a row must say just incredible. Well done. Where do we move on to next? We move on to D14 with Lufok. Stadium D14. We have 2 runs on this one, so let's yeah. Just checking I'm doing everything that I need to. Remove me from the equation. Give the slower Lufok can be a pink EF kit. Not sure who we're going to be following on this one, but the difference in time very, very slight. Okay, we're following the faster car that is still French. Good drop down. Better drop down from the slower time, but runs wide through there. Back on even through this checkpoint. Oh, very nice dirt turn. Both going good exit speed. A little bit slower there from the EF car. Good turn. Kissing the walls. And just making it into the finish. It almost looked like the EF car slower time hits the back end on the side of the ramp. I don't have my cursor on. Yeah, hits the finish. And that might have just been the slowdown to make the difference. That's everything from Stadium then though. We pop into Valley for B6. B6 with AM98. Legendary Valley player. Let's give you the gravel skin. There we go. Love this skin. Played with it for a long time. If anyone is watching this and you want to send me your skins so that I can use them and they automatically come up, hit me up on Discord. Either send me the file or send me a Mania Park link, whatever you want to do. Otherwise I'll continue either watching with no skin or throwing a random one out of my folder on. Oh, I want to watch that again. So we flick through here, jump up to the top, spin the corner. This is fine. This is all normal, normal, normal. Smooth, and then we get to here, and it's a little bit wide run. Beautiful through there, just kiss that corner. Nose down to catch the transition, and then how do you even get that? Nice. Very, very nice. Next up, C6. We have a Meeb record. There are quite a lot of Meeb records, in fact. Rio is dead. I apparently downloaded this car by playing the track. Sometimes it happens in TM2 that you get the cars when you download the replays off of the website, off the leaderboards Mania link. But unfortunately not going to be possible in future. And people change their skins every time, so it's not even worth me going in and like downloading everybody's one just once, because that would be possible, I think. Nice, very clean, very, very clean on C6. C14 next, also a Meeb record. Shout out to Meeb, because normally I'd have to do the deletey thing all the way through, but I can press Shift and R and it deletes all of them, which Meeb was in the description of the map, of the plugin. It says useful mostly in TM turbo, where you can't just spam delete them all. But actually, as it turns out, useful in this as well. So you could just do it so quickly if you're rapidly, you know, doing everything. I love Valley. I need to play more Valley. I really do need to play more Valley. It's true. Gotta love the horns. You think Meeb actually plays with these horns on? And he's just listening to this while hunting for hours and hours on end? Or does he do a cheat, swaps the skin at the end, has a different skin compared to what gets sent in? Actually, that wouldn't work for this, would it? Because it's what I actually downloaded off the thingy, so must just have the horns muted or something if he got annoyed with them. Oop. Import. Yep. C15. 2 minutes 39. Oh no. We've got this for... I'm just gonna do that because I'm not listening to that for 2.5 minutes. We are gonna have to, unfortunately, not hear the game. You can see the gears in the bottom corner vaguely. It doesn't show the actual gear for some reason, but you can see when it changes. So the rever flips down. I'm glad plugins work like that. I wasn't expecting to be able to see things, see the inputs from ghosts, to be honest with you. Like, at all. I wasn't even expecting to be able to see this, where you can kind of see the half acceleration and stuff. And speed I certainly wasn't expecting. I was almost expecting speed to be the speed off of my car rather than off of... Super clean through there. The Valley multi-lap tracks are some of the hardest, I think. They either work lap 1 clean, like a lot of turns either work lap 1 clean, or they work laps, subsequent laps with speed for the first couple of turns. Of course you're up to speed quite quickly, but like this one, very difficult at the start. Got to slow down for it. But on the first lap, you'll be easy through there. And it's a balance between your sort of quick drift snapbacks, like that one. Oh, it's not even a snapback, it's just a clean drift and then straight into very tight to the wall. Beautiful rounding through. I don't know how many laps this is or what the time should be. Boom. Nicely done there, Meeb. We can turn the volume back up now. Next up we have 2 records to finish off this month on Valley D12 by Ondra. Set cameras target. The slower ghost can get the G Rally, and the faster ghost can get Azure Swift. Here we go. Super close between these two times, just 936 versus 964. So hold your nerve through here. And then back on full speed. Pick your right line through this. Nice wall crash. Interesting ahead on the... Oh no, we're probably on the faster car. Oh no, super speed over the last. Bit of a better landing actually. Being slower sometimes can get you a better landing on those sort of sections there. And into the line. Super close between the two. It looks so far apart because of the high speeds in certain sections, but beautiful run. Beautiful run there from Andra. And that does us for the month. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure. It's taken a lot of time. But if you've enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, all those sort of bollocksy things. And let me know what to do, what you think, all of that sort of stuff. Thank you for watching. See you next month for more records. It'll be a good month. Already seen some good ones.